Winnipeg, Manitoba, here we go. Derek, rock and roll. Pick it up, score 10-6 Lions. Second quarter, Vernon Adams downfield to Lucky Whitehead. Back in the lineup and producing offense. First down, BC. That would lead to this. Vernon Adams, quick strike to Alexander Hollins out of Eastern Illinois. 17-6 Lions in the road gray with the black and orange trim. Fourth quarter, Zach Caleros pressured by Matthew Betts. Pass goes astray. Betts also had 3 sacks, all while wearing the late, great Rick Klassen's old number 90. Moments later, again, it will be, we're going to see this here? Again, it will be Vernon Adams into the end zone for 6'5", Justin McInnes. Convert was good. Lions go on to pound the Bombers 30-6. Leo's in Toronto Monday, July 3rd. A couple of Mondays from now. They don't get back to work until a Wednesday out in Surrey. So we talk about that win in Winnipeg. A big, big test for the Lions. I think people might forget that the Toronto Argonauts beat Winnipeg in last year's Grey Cup.
That's right.
The Argos are the defending Grey Cup champions. So yet another big test for the Lions on the road next time around.
Here's another thing, Donnie. When Nathan Rourke left, I was concerned. I'm not going to lie to you. But this is another... No, but hold it.
Well, you make it sound like you're the only person.
Okay, but I thought there'd be a big drop-off at the quarterback position. There hasn't been. Mm-hmm. And this is another classic example of, okay, you lose your MVP quarterback, but it's a team sport. And you got to give Vernon Adams credit here, Don. He comes in, and he is no Nathan Rourke. Okay, just going by the numbers last year. But this guy's been great. He's been great in the 3 games. 2 of them have been victories on the road, so good. What about that 70-yard drive? Donnie, 49 seconds late in the second quarter. How fun was that to watch? And he wins last night with 2 of his top receivers missing.
Yeah.
You know, good on them. Good on the Lions. And get behind this team and start attending some of these games. This looks like a fun team to watch.
Yeah. They were without Kevin Hatcher last night.
Kevin Hatcher, they're missing Dominic Rhymes.
And Keon Hatcher.
It's
you
Keon
called
Hatcher.
him Kevin.
I called him accidentally Kevin Hatcher.
We're having some fun. And the other thing with Vernon Adams that you have to remember is that you forget that he originally belonged to the Lions. They shipped him off to Montreal, had some success there. Yeah. He got replaced eventually as the starter. Comes to the Lions. It seemed like a stopgap measure while Nathan Rourke was injured. And his attitude was so good. And I think he was 4-2 as a starter last year. They don't get Vernon Adams. They don't host a playoff game.
That's it.
Last year.
That's it.
So he, in his own way, eased into the Lions lineup. Well, I shouldn't say eased in because he was put to the test right away. But it was thought to be somewhat of a stopgap measure. Rourke then ends up into the NFL. And they've got Vernon Adams. And don't forget that he had his teammates down across the line. You know, he was hosting them down there in the offseason. And you can tell there's a chemistry between him and his teammates, in particular his receivers. It's been really impressive. Now, look, they started, 8-0 last year, and then Rourke gets hurt. You don't know what's going to happen, but so far, so good. And it's not just about – I don't remember this last year, all due respect, but it was all about the quarterback position last year with Nathan Rourke. This, I think, might be just as much about – well, it is. It's about the defense. Ryan Phillips, boy, did he look happy yesterday. Oh. And I could watch John Bowman on the sideline all
night long.
He's a lot of fun. He handles the defensive line. That was really, really impressive last night.
And 1 touchdown the Lions defense has given up in 39 drives by the opposition, Donnie. That is crazy. They've allowed 6 points in the last 2 games, 21-3. Defense wins championships, and they went in. They haven't won in Winnipeg in 5 years. A Western Division team hasn't won in Winnipeg since 2018, Don. That's crazy. They're 35-5 Winnipeg at home in their last 40 games, and they went down there, and they absolutely, just manhandled them.
Yeah, it was dominant.